Let's look inside the bag. A little food, powder. An iron key completely rusted. You never know. It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it. Right. Just in case, I'll take it all. I'll give it back to Mother when I see her. Crying out loud. Why did you hide supplies in the middle of nowhere, Mother? I don't know what's going on here, but you obviously feel like you're in danger. Locked. I'll never get it open bare-handed. There we are. Amber. This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels. Uh-huh. What have we here? It's cannon powder. It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste. Pistol case, but it's empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful. So, let's go through this. My mother's been hiding pieces of bread between the rotten boards of the wharf in the middle of the night. That's not normal. And if that weren't enough, looks now like she's armed. Meanwhile, she also takes the time to send out letters, reassuring whoever might be interested that she's having a fabulous time here. So odd. So very odd. And that's not even all I've noticed. But maybe I ought to move on to the manor now. They'll be waiting for me. At least I hope so. Latin inscription. En nessis, mi fili, quantilia produncia mundus orgatur. How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Ricci, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow, then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
If you know my mother, you will understand that I cannot answer you, Your Eminence. I'm sorry, but...
Do not worry, my son. I perfectly understand, and I expected nothing less from you. Discretion and secrecy are both pillars of the organizations for which we work. You are the worthy son of Sarah.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Only you know that, Your Eminence. If you're asking me if you can trust me, or if I can keep a secret, I would answer yes, absolutely.
I understand.
In truth, it all depends on the nature of the contents of your letter.
It is a list of names.
This list must be of extreme importance.
Ah, if only you knew. It's a list of people that your mother must help. Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen, let's stop there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur de Ricci. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains. Maybe I should introduce myself to the other guests first. A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best disguised traits. Fall of the Damned by Rubens. The man who cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the blind Oedipus, blinded himself. What a tragic destiny. Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms. Saturn devouring his son. Good God, how awful. Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this. Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down, out of humility. Surprising for an entrance hall. Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
The finest minds of the century were present, if I'm not mistaken.
What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
Well, my husband.
Nothing strange about that.
Let him live out the rest of his days in peace.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet. And you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my indiscretion?
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Richet's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Good Lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the Order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Et salut à toi.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man for my vision.
An urgent case has delayed
Ça va
our
bien,
host,
Zico?
Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start. Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat. Very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer.
Je vais très bien, merci.
So
Et toi?
don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my
Ben oui,
thoughts.
je viens de te le dire. Hein.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it. They'll be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision. My vision is more important. Let's follow home.
I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington,
Non, ça
I
va.
hope to speak with you at greater length on another
C'est un
occasion.
peu... Bah, dans le
Emily,
stream, c'est pas
please
toujours
excuse me,
évident,
but
mais bon,
I would
ça
like to
va
speak to Sir
sinon.
Holm. I shall see
Je
you later.
réponds pas toujours tout de suite, mais bon. C'est comme ça, quoi. Mais il est bien, donc du coup, autant
My
les jouer,
friend,
quoi.
I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was, too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Holm, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France.
Non, sur
How do you find
YouTube.
this peaceful little haven?
Charming if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Il est bien, j'aime bien.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you. Would you have any information about the disappearance of my mother?
Very little, I'm afraid, my young friend. Your mother came at the invitation of Lord Mortimer. Then, one fine day, we couldn't find her anywhere.
That's it?
As I said, I don't know very much. Lord Mortimer had the entire area searched immediately. We found no clue as to her disappearance. But I am convinced that as soon as Lord Mortimer becomes available, he will explain the situation.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Holm. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met?
Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young man. Perhaps you are mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. What
Ah,
with the
c'est sûr,
wig
j'ai pas
and the
12 ans.
powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother.
I thought...
Non, j'ai pas
Never
Twitch.
mind. It'll come back to me. Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
Sir, do you know Emily Hillsborough?
Oh, Madame la Duchesse. Of course. It was I who invited her to the island.
Do you know of any link between her and my mother?
Not really, no. They may well have met at the court of King George, but I can't be sure about that.
No dispute between them, then?
Not to my knowledge, no.
And even if Duchess Hillsborough is a complex woman to understand, I honestly can't imagine her in a conflict with the famous Sara de Rice.
No!
Elizabeth! I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
Let me handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing. Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
Her breathing is becoming stable and
Bah,
her
on
heart
s'en
rate
fout,
too.
hein, peu importe.
Pale complexion, thin, broken nails, an enormous scar on her temple. Tattoos
Pas
on her
important, non,
hands.
en fait.
I don't know what happened to you, Missy, but it looks like you've been through hell.
Can you tell me something about her? Who is this young lady?
Elizabeth Adams. She's come to the island for a course of treatment, to rest.
For a course of treatment?
That's right. A seer can do wonders. Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay. My mother had already gone missing. She's just regained consciousness and she immediately reaches for her brooch? I don't know exactly what it means to her, but obviously it's got to be something important.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
Let me... I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead.
You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I segni della bestia.
Sorry, Your Eminence. I don't speak Italian.
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
Gentlemen, it's getting late. It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
En tout cas, j'ai un petit peu plus que toi.
It's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities. Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Oh, it's naughty to tell lies. Bet my life that you were talking about something totally different from the decoration of the manor. But to find out what, I should have stayed with them. Too bad.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
C'est clair.
So,
Je
who
te
was that young
comprends.
lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed Washington's attitude. Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest.
Je
You
reviens.
perhaps... already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured.
Salut Cristobal, je sais pas si t'es toujours là, désolé, j'étais pas là moi. Si ça se trouve, il est parti. Ouais, ça m'arrive aussi. Enfin, si toi aussi tu es toujours là, Zico, je sais pas. Mais ouais, ça m'arrive aussi de tomber sur des kikous, comme on dit, quoi. Surtout sur les jeux de guerre, en fait. Bon, c'est un petit peu énervant, mais bon, c'est comme ça. Ah, c'est bien. Désolée, j'ai dû te faire attendre un petit peu, mais je suis désolée. J'en ai encore pour 30 secondes. Je finis juste une cigarette et je reprends le jeu. Enfin, voilà quoi. Et t'aimes bien ce genre de jeu, toi, sinon? Ou sinon, qu'est-ce que t'aimes comme jeu? Enfin, je sais pas. MW2, la guerre un peu quand même. Après, je suis plus jeu d'enquête, mais voilà. MW2, des fois le poker, j'aime bien aussi, ça détend, quoi. Voilà, mais entre guerre et enquête, il n'y a pas d'autre chose en fait. C'est entre les... J'aime pas tous les jeux où il y a des zombies, j'aime pas les jeux d'horreur. Voilà, en fait, voilà quoi. Je t'ai dit, mes jeux, plus ou moins quoi. Hein. Après, il y a Rainbow aussi, enfin, j'y ai joué. J'y joue plus trop parce que j'ai plus trop eu l'occasion. Et moi toute seule, ben, je suis pas assez forte. Donc voilà, du coup j'y vais plus. Et en ce moment, le plus que je joue à part celui-là, c'est MW2. Ben voilà, Call of et Rainbow, oui, mais Battlefield non, et The Crew non plus. The Crew, moi je le fais dans la réalité en fait. Je conduis mieux dans la vraie vie que... Ouais, ou alors sur GTA, ça va, j'arrive à conduire bien, quoi. Mais The Crew, j'ai testé... je me suis mangé tous les décors, laisse tomber, quoi. Ben, j'ai les deux. J'ai MW2 et WW2. J'ai les deux, en fait.
He is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
Washington looks surprised, but Holmes doesn't seem to see it. I wonder if he's being polite or if he really doesn't see his discomfort.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Quoi, t'as GTA toi aussi? Ouais, Où dans la vie tu parles ou sur le jeu? Parce que pour venir voir comment je roule, il va en falloir, comme je te le dis. Ah ouais, le remastered, j'ai joué un petit peu, mais franchement, laisse tomber, il y avait trop de campeurs vers la fin, ça m'a saoulé un peu. Ah ben ouais, pourquoi pas. En plus, moi j'ai tout sur GTA, hein. Je suis blindé aux as. Tout ce qui traîne.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep
Ouais, c'est ça, ouais.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man.
Je te dis pas comment mon mec qui t'accueille avec un coup de fusil. Ah, purée. Non, mais bon, ouais, GTA, pourquoi pas, moi je veux bien. Hein. GTA, ça va, j'assure. The Crew, j'assure pas. Hop. Quelque chose. Ouais, mais ça c'était le premier. Enfin, bon, moi j'ai. J'ose même, enfin, je sais pas combien après. C'est sûr qu'avec tous les trucs qu'il y a eu, tous les glitches qu'il y a eu. C'est clair que. Mais bon, moi j'ai encore 194 ou je sais plus combien de millions en fait.
C'est Jacques Perru?
Non, tu n'as rien fait, c'est sûr. Mais je sais pas si mon copain il aimerait que tu viennes me voir pour qu'on aille faire un tour de voiture pour que tu vois comment je conduise, quoi, tu vois.
The Quorum Guide.
Bah après, si t'es téméraire, hein, tu peux toujours essayer. Hein. Je plaisante. J'aime bien plaisanter, moi. Mais oui, je sais bien, c'était pour rigoler, oh là là. Pour rigoler dans la vie. Hein.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Sinon, tu bosses? Tu fais quoi dans la vie? Ou tu fais que jouer? Allez, ok. Je vais lui en parler. Je lui dis, tu vis avec nous et tu montes derrière. Elle était pas mal celle-là. Bah écoute, hein, on va tester, on verra bien. Tu fais quoi sinon quand tu bosses? C'est cool les vacances. Hein. Ouais, c'est ça. Les petits derrière. Salut NAR. Bienvenue, comment vas-tu? Ah, c'est bien. Ben moi, je bosse pas aussi en ce moment. Je suis dans l'intérim. Moi, je fais de l'intérim, c'est mieux. Tu bosses quand tu veux et t'arrêtes quand tu veux, en fait. Et sinon, dernièrement, j'étais agent logistique sur le site d'Airbus. Voilà. Ouais, ça c'est sûr, ouais. Un petit peu plus, ouais. Ah, c'est gentil, merci. Ça passe bien, ça va, parce que moi, des fois, je sais pas, j'ai des bugs. Alors, je sais pas si c'est ma tablette qui bug ou... Sinon, il faut me le dire, hein. Je relance. Hein. Parce que bon, moi, j'ai pas la fibre encore. Je fais avec les moyens du bord. Hein. Carrément. Alors ça doit venir de moi alors, ça va. Tant que vous voyez bien, c'est le principal. Moi ouais, ça fait longtemps que je bug, tu sais. Ah ça va alors, c'est cool. Ouais, bah oui, moi j'aime plaisanter. Hein. Y a que ça de vrai, il faut rire dans la vie. Tellement de problèmes que des fois ça fait du bien, quoi.
President George Washington.
Alors en fait, c'est un... Ben, ce bonhomme, il a une maman qui est un petit peu genre... elle fait partie d'un ordre. Un peu comme les francs-maçons, tout ça, quoi. Et au début de l'histoire, ils sont attachés les deux, ils arrivent à s'enfuir, et puis d'un coup, l'histoire démarre, qu'ils se retrouvent invités dans un manoir avec des personnages politiques connus, genre président de la République, de là-bas, George Washington en fait d'Amérique. Après, il y a Napoléon Bonaparte, tout ça. Enfin bref, sa mère a disparu, donc en fait, il mène l'enquête sur la disparition de sa mère pour la retrouver. C'est en 5 épisodes et chaque épisode il sort un derrière l'autre. En fait, là il y a le 1 et le 2 qui sont sortis et puis voilà, au fur et à mesure ils sortent les épisodes. Voilà, l'histoire c'est ça. Et paf le chien. Ça va, c'est vieux ça. Non, c'est pas vrai. Pourquoi tu... C'est pas l'histoire d'un chien qui traverse la route. Ouais, ben oui. Je l'ai dit avant, tu vois. Ouais, tu parles, enfin, j'essaye de donner des explications un peu, parce que des fois, je m'écoute à moi, je me parle à moi, donc du coup, je me comprends. Des fois, il faut que ce soit les autres qui me comprennent, donc si tu m'as compris, c'est bien.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Tu m'étonnes. Eh ouais, j'imagine. Ouais, c'est marrant. C'est clair, et paf le chien. Bon, allez, j'ai fait le tour. On va finir le chapitre là.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Ben c'est ça. Ben il faut bien, hein, ma foi. On va la laisser fermer.
Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi.
Je sais ce qu'il y a dedans déjà. Parce qu'en fait, tu as 3 traits de caractère aussi dans le jeu. Tu peux faire l'histoire. Faire l'histoire 3 fois en fait pour faire tous les trucs. Donc du coup. Mais bon, c'est un bon petit jeu. Il faut aimer.
Amber crystals. Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Je suis à côté Marseille. Je suis un petit peu plus haut Martigues, je sais pas si tu connais. Ouais, il est bien fait, ouais, c'est vrai. Bon, après, je t'avoue que je te réponds parce que je comprends, hein, mais je comprends pas tout en anglais, alors... Si tu vois que je te réponds pas, désolé, hein, c'est parce que je te le dirai si je comprends pas, quoi. Mais non, pourquoi tu veux que tu parles? Ça va, je suis pas séquestré non plus, hein. Pas abusé là. Non, non, moi j'ai une bouche, hein. Faut bien que je l'utilise, quoi, mon organe. Faut que je parle, moi. J'aime parler en fait, alors du coup c'est gentil, merci. Non mais après il y a des mots que ça va, quoi, mais c'est pas tout. Si je comprends pas, je te le dirai, voilà. Encore c'est bien que tu le comprennes, tu écris bien quand même. Pourquoi t'es anglais, toi? Ouais, c'est ça. Ça va, je viens de Marseille, mais j'ai pas le bracelet encore. Faut pas pousser. Non, non, ça va. J'ai pas le ni bracelet ni au pied ni. Non non pour ça y a pas de souci, c'est nickel. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on va prendre? On va prendre un point de là, un point de là, un point de là, et un point là. Ouais, non, mais bon, après, ça porte à confusion pour les gens qui ont l'esprit tordu, tu vois, en même temps. Après, ça, j'y peux rien, hein. Si les gens ils ont l'esprit tordu, ça c'est pas mon problème. Donc voilà quoi, tu vois en même temps. Ah, celui-là je l'ai fait. Celui-là je l'ai fait. Celui-là je crois que je l'ai fait aussi. Ah, celui-là je l'ai pas fait. Non, t'inquiète. Tout est question de confiance, tu sais. Après, moi, je peux rien si les gens ils pensent tordu dans leur tête, quoi, en même temps. Ouais, ouais, il est tranquille, hein. Il n'y a pas ni tuerie, ni rien du tout. C'est plutôt de l'enquête, en fait, et c'est toi qui mènes le jeu comme tu le sens, en fait. Enfin, comme tu le sens, en façon de parler, quoi. C'est un peu toi qui fais le truc. Selon les compétences que tu vas prendre.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of...
C'est bien, madame. Ça va, quoi, mademoiselle, à la limite, madame. Non, Nat, ça suffit.
Not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Ouais, dans celui-là, je suis détective. Ouais.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Ah non, pas du tout. J'ai même pas d'enfant, hein, je peux pas être mamie. Hein. Maintenant, si tu as envie de m'appeler Mamie Nat, comme Mamie Nova, tu peux. Ah, purée.
Don't worry, our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
Ils sont un peu stranges les têtes des persos. On dirait le bal d'avant là. En fait.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite
Ouais, c'est un peu genre comme à l'époque là, je sais plus comment ils appellent ça là.
A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Oui, bien sûr. Si tu restes... De toute façon, tu m'ajoutes, il n'y a pas de souci. Moi, j'ajoute tout le monde. Mais après, voilà. Après, c'est facile d'effacer si les gens ils sont pas corrects au bout d'un moment, tu vois. Donc, il n'y a pas de souci, oui. Tu peux m'ajouter. Avec plaisir. On pourra se faire des parties ensemble, même, il n'y a pas de souci. Ouais, c'est vrai, il est blanc. Il fait peur, même.
I'm coming.
C'est comme autant de Pierrot, Harlequin, tout ça là. Bah, je me suis pris le... je regardais pas, je me suis pris le truc. Oui, j'arrive.
Excuse me, am I bothering you?
Non,
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
I bumped into her in the small salon before.
Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in.
Ah,
I
j'ai
want
pas
you
le
to
temps, moi.
distract Elizabeth
Faut que
while
je
I
m'occupe
search
de mon
her
affaire,
room.
là.
And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
Il y en a, hein, comme ça.
Two men nearby discussing
Ils
very
remplissent leur
important issues,
liste.
and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but
Moi,
I
des
came
fois,
to
je fais
this island
les
for a
nettoyages de
month, not
printemps.
for his ghost stories.
Je fais du vide.
Sir, I don't feel well.
Non, mais
I'm
oui,
going
je
to have
sais
to
bien.
decline.
I see. Well,
C'était pour dire,
I
quoi,
hope
t'es...
you
Voilà.
won't be needing my help one day.
I must act swiftly. I'll search my room later.
Après, ça fait bien, hein, un ami de plus, quoi. Ouais, le bonhomme, ouais, il ressemble à Sherlock, ouais, c'est vrai. J'ai remarqué, moi aussi. Et toi, t'es du côté des Vosges, du coup? Oui, il faut que j'aille par l'autre côté, où je vais. Voilà, par là-bas. Ah non, il faut que j'aille chez Napoléon Bonaparte, je crois. Mais il faut que je passe par une porte. Attends, c'est laquelle déjà? Je crois que c'est celle-là.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Non, c'est pas celle-là.
I recognize this part of the corridor.
Ah,
I'm
voilà.
close.
D'accord, c'est par là. Alors, est-ce que je vais passer par là?
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Et l'autre, il est juste à côté. Ouais, je vais passer par là.
Locked.
Ah ouais, putain.
Servants change the beds every day. There must be a service key somewhere.
Ah ouais, c'est vrai que là, je peux pas crocheter. Ouais, je crois. Arrête de m'appeler mamie. Là là. Ouais, les Vosges, je connais un petit peu, c'est pour ça. Je savais que c'était vers là-bas, quoi, en fait. Après, je connais pas réellement l'endroit. Je suis allé... je sais plus, je crois même... Ouais, je suis passé par Limoges, mais c'est tout. C'est même pas tout à fait le coin, quoi. Bon, par où je vais passer? Purée, je peux pas passer chez elle, je suis dans la merde, là.
I'm sorry, but an important meeting is underway. My instructions are...
Tell me, my good man.
Sir?
I have an urgent letter to send.
My instructions are clear, sir. No one is to enter.
Does the word urgent mean nothing to you?
Yes, but the
Ouais,
word
bien sûr.
liar also means something.
That won't work, Lewis.
Ouais, je peux pas la défoncer, la porte. C'est pas
Whose
possible.
room is this?
Non, mais je suis dans la merde parce qu'en fait,
Apparently, a
je voulais
French
faire un
soldier.
truc et je vais pas pouvoir le faire.
All
du
right.
coup.
Perhaps I should change my approach.
Et ouais, je peux pas là. Tout ce qu'il me fallait pour. Bon, on va regarder un autre chemin parce que. Alors, par où je vais pouvoir aller maintenant?
Sir Jacques Perru.
Ah, je peux rentrer par là. Putain.
I don't recognize anything in here. This must not be the room for my vision.
Bon, heureusement il y avait cette chambre, hein, parce que sinon, je sais pas comment je serais passé. J'ai pas envie qu'il m'attrape lui parce que sinon je te dis pas quoi. Il me casse ma gueule.
Nice
C'est un
decor
fou
for a
furieux, le mec.
revolutionary tribunal judge's room.
A pattern with 4 circles.
Oh, dommage. Je peux rien faire. Ça m'énerve. Faudra que je revienne. Ouais, Blablacar, c'est ça. Ah là là, je regrette d'avoir commencé le chapitre avec ces trucs-là. J'aurais dû prendre l'autre. Bon, enfin, c'est pas grave, allez. On va essayer de faire ce qu'on a à faire déjà.
A letter addressed to the French Revolutionary Court.
Ouais, c'est ça. Faut que je regarde. Je suis en train d'enquêter là, mais il y avait un autre chemin, mais je peux pas le prendre parce que j'ai pas les éléments qu'il faut pour déverrouiller la porte, tout ça, quoi. Donc je suis passé par une autre porte, mais je l'ai jamais fait de ce côté. Donc je sais pas comment ça va se passer ici. Je l'ai jamais fait. Je vais essayer d'aller fouiller un peu sa chambre là-bas. Là.
Records of the police. Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris. It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris.
Bah oui, avec plaisir. Mais Twitch, des fois, moi, ça bug. J'arrive pas, quoi, en fait. C'est pour ça que je me suis mise sur YouTube. Hein. Parce que quand je streamais sur Twitch, et quand je vais regarder des fois des gens, ça s'arrête et tout. Je sais pas pourquoi. Ouais, c'est perturbant là, j'arrive pas. Hein.
Dear friend, please come and join us. We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais.
Ouais, il est bien fait le jeu. Ouais, sûrement. Bah, envoie-moi-le par message. Bon, remarque, après c'est facile, hein, j'enlève le 88 de ton pseudo en fait. Hey, salut Caras. Ça va bien? Non. Sur YouTube, c'est tout. Il n'y a rien d'autre à prendre, je pense. On va passer par la fenêtre. Je peux pas passer, c'est l'autre côté.
This one is blocked.
Ok, pas de souci. Voilà, celle-là, je peux la forcer.
Let's find the other room.
Pas mal. Parce que il y a des trucs, voilà, tu peux le faire, d'autres pas. C'est la première fois que je force la porte, de toute façon. Là.
Sir, I understand your eagerness, but
ouais, pareil, comme un dimanche. Alors, t'as bien dormi?
So what I saw in my vision really did happen. Well, I hope I haven't missed anything important.
I thank you so much.
Don't mention it. Now that's settled, let us speak about your support.
Yes. You mentioned earlier some assistance from the Golden Order?
Ouais, celle-là, il a pu.
Absolutely. I have concluded an agreement with their leader, Lady Sarah Faustine de Richet.
Another case that Mother didn't tell me about.
The funds from the order will finance the building of a foundry in Tuscany. You will soon be able to count on 100 or more cannons for your future campaigns.
I was not expecting so much help from you. When can I meet this de Richet?
Well, unfortunately, something has cropped up. De Richet has disappeared.
Disappeared? What, here?
Yes, but the staff are redoubling efforts to find her, I assure you.
So the agreement, is it on or off?
It is on.
Y a pas de souci. Merci Zico d'être passé. Et à bientôt.
None other than her son, Louis Moras de Richer. I wager he will ensure his mother's commitments are met.
Louis. Not an easy name to live with in these times.
Of course. But from now on, you will deal with him.
This man, it can only be Mortimer.
Very well. I will seek him out.
Merde.
Comment ça, la moitié de mon visage? Je comprends pas. Oh, j'ai raté, dommage. Tout ça parce que je regardais pas encore, comme d'hab.
Well, I better get away from here.
Ah, je sais pas. Je sais pas du tout. Parce que je sais pas, il doit le. Je sais pas, il était en train de. J'étais en train de faire un truc, mais j'ai raté, donc du coup. Il fallait que je trouve un truc sur son visage et j'ai pas capté, voilà quoi. C'est pour ça qu'il montrait la partie du visage.
Louis?
Emily? I can explain.
Perhaps, but remain still.
But first, you could perhaps remove the blade from my throat?
You have 10 seconds to explain your presence here.
I'm not here for you.
What are you doing in my room?
Right. I found myself trapped. On the balcony, and your room was the only one open. I'm sorry.
My window was closed.
But not locked. All the same, I wasn't going to sleep outside.
If you had knocked, I would have opened.
I did not wish to wake you.
Oh, please. You're just making things worse for yourself. What were you really doing on the balcony?
Mais je peux pas. Mais non, c'est pas ça.
You don't want to reveal your secrets.
Ah, mais j'ai fait n'importe quoi.
Has this anything to do with the order?
You too? You're part of this too?
Yes. Now answer. Do these events concern me? Do they involve the Golden Order?
I overheard a conversation between a French soldier and some other individual.
And what were they talking about?
It seems Mother is involved. Something about a military campaign. Apparently my mother validated an order of cannons to help this man.
Really? Since when does the Order finance wars?
As far as I know, since never.
Did they give any details? A date? What they were for?
Nothing at all. Did you know anything about this?
No, but I won't forget. Thank you. All right, Louis, I might have overreacted a bit. Please do excuse me, but next time, please try knocking on my door. I'd be delighted to open it for you.
Oh, well, I'll remember in that case. Good night, Emily.
Good night, Louis.
Je sais même pas pourquoi j'ai pris ce truc là, il m'a servi à rien. J'ai eu un trophée. Je vais aller regarder. Non, non, ça c'est... tu peux refaire... Tu récupères des... Sur le passage, tu trouves des bouteilles, c'est des élixirs, des trucs comme ça. Et ça te permet de restaurer ta jauge. Donc du coup, tu peux pas mourir en fait.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Tu peux pas mourir dans ce jeu parce que c'est pas un jeu genre comme ça quoi. C'est beaucoup basé sur l'enquête en fait.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Here it is.
Thank you, my son. Ah, I see that it's still sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Louise. Give me 1 second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please, be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
Exhausted. Better go to bed.
Je vais aller voir si c'est mon trophée que le trophée que j'ai fait. Si c'est celui que je cherchais. C'était celui-là, ouais. Impeccable. Allez. Je vais pouvoir continuer l'épisode 2 quand j'aurai fini ça. C'est cool. Donc alors... oui, mais bon, tout ça j'ai fait, donc... Donc... Comme ça j'aurai un peu de tout parce que...
All right. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Ouais, tu peux acheter... Non, non, ça s'achète. En fait, tu as soit tu as la saison complète, elle te revient 29 €, enfin 30 €. Et encore qu'il avait mis en promo à 25. Je sais pas si ça y est toujours. Et après, sinon, c'est chaque épisode s'achète un par un. Ou alors tu achètes carrément la saison de pass. Il vaut mieux acheter le saison de pass parce que sinon, ça te revient un petit peu plus cher. Et après, à chaque fois que l'épisode il sort, ben, ça te fait une mise à jour en fait. Donc voilà quoi. C'est ça en fait. Alors, lequel je vais faire? Allez, je vais faire lui, tiens. Alors, j'arrive. À de suite. Je suis là. Et je connais pas. Walking Dead, tout ça, je connais pas. Ouais, Life is Strange, voilà, c'est à peu près pareil, ouais, c'est ça. Ça fait le même système.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer.
Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room? Writing material. From what I see, no ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something. It smells like linen. That's odd. Incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks nothing. The torture of Ixion, the devil's thorn. I'll keep it.
Allez, oh là là.
Look, markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage. Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World. The travelogue of the explorer, Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the Order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room. The paper's rougher around the writing. The paper's moist here. Very light stain, barely visible. And the smell reminds me of something. Come on, Louis, think. Think. Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She applied a liquid to the book. She must have used the writing materials. The quill has been used, but not with regular ink. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a limit to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message? was a message. Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. After that, she adds, beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected soldier. And that's its weakness. What is my mother trying to tell me? If you've gone to so much trouble, you must not have only found something important, but you must have also felt like you were in great danger. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical. I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests. That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Ça meilleur ça. Allez, c'est parti.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Hello. You're Elizabeth Adams, aren't you?
Yes. I regret that we haven't been properly introduced.
You had us all worried last night. How are you feeling today?
Better. I was just a bit queasy. Don't worry about it. It happens all the time. Do you really want to know what made me ill? Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
My mother came here to do business with Lord Mortimer, but she seems to have gone missing. So I'm here to find her.
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you?
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No. I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
She's getting more and more agitated.
And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait, There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
Elizabeth, confiding in me might ease your burden. Let me relieve you of some of your suffering.
Relieve me? Do you even hear yourself? Do you really think that by confiding in my torturer's son, I will be healed as if by magic? That it will bring my smile back? Or let me sleep at night? Look, you don't seem like a bad person. And I'm sorry you have to find out your mother's true colors like this. But I'm not going to pity you. Everybody has their cross to bear. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they? Haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
Ah, j'ai oublié d'aller fouiller sa chambre.
She's the only one who cares about me.
N'importe quoi.
I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors.
Ouais, elle a l'œil rouge, ouais. Elle s'est fait frapper dans un chapitre précédent, mais je l'ai fait dans une autre histoire, ça. Je l'ai pas fait dans celle-là.
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to...
Ouais, j'y suis arrivée à la convaincre, ouais. Mais en fait, parce que je savais qu'elle comptait pour sa sœur par rapport à l'autre histoire, sinon j'aurais pu rater, quoi. Donc du coup, j'ai choisi le truc de sa sœur.
That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's come here for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Ah, j'ai pas d'élixir, dommage. Il me faut un élixir d'or. Un peu plus, il y a des choses.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service, day and night, sir.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be.
Et en fait, l'autre, on le voit jamais là, tu vois.
What is Mortimer playing?
Il est jamais là
He
pour
tells me
l'instant.
to come urgently, and he sends no one to meet me.
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I should feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
On me fait délirer sa voix.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Southern, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mention that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur
Louis Moras de Richet.
de Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
I am just a simple French citizen.
Really? Oh, you seem nothing like a commoner. Especially compared to that wretch over there sharing our meal.
And right he was too.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
Please, go ahead.
He's certainly well connected and in high places.
Surprising. No one appears to know him.
No one knows me, and yet here I am.
Quite so.
Monsieur de Richet, it would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis.
I'm listening.
an agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannons.
Surely such an amount will buy twice as many cannons. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. We're both young, but we are not naive.
Please don't be offended. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were talking about. And I am reassured. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Let the people make their own choices.
You are joking, I hope. The people are simply not capable of taking charge, don't you see? They are an uneducated mob who react on the spur of the moment, incapable of providing a coherent vision for the good of the country.
I think what France is lacking today is a truly strong leader ready to govern her. Someone who will restore her luster, who will propel her forward so once again she becomes a proud nation respected by all. A man capable of both rebuilding the country from the inside and, at the same time, developing exterior relations. Someone with a vision, I think. The right person still remains to be found.
You're right, my friend. I hear your words, and I agree. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France.
Monsieur Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a surprising project.
Ouais, il est pas mal. Hein. Je sais pas si tu es toujours là, mais je viens de voir ton message pour apprendre l'anglais. Bah ouais, c'est un jeu anglais en même temps.
The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Ouais, il a dû fumer le destroy. Eh ouais, j'ai oublié, je pouvais pas, purée. C'est pas grave. Salut Benoît, comment tu vas? Bien ou quoi? Bah alors, la dernière fois que t'es venu, désolé, j'avais pas vu que mon micro il était coupé en fait. C'est pour ça que je t'ai pas répondu quoi. Mais bon, c'était pas voulu quoi, voilà. Au moins tu le sais.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Alors, ça fait 2 bouquins finis. Lequel je vais prendre? Alors, on va prendre lui.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
Well, I must admit, Your Eminence, indeed it does worry me.
I understand. But continue to have faith in Sarah. You'll see, I'm sure, that in a few days we'll all be laughing together.
That's all I hope for, Your Eminence. But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Well, go ahead. What can I do for you?
If I said to you, where all eyes size you up, would it mean anything to you?
I don't know if it's the place you're looking for, Louis. But it makes me think of the portrait gallery.
There's a gallery here? Can you tell me where to find it, please?
Of course. Just go through the door at the end. It will lead into the library. Continue all the way through, and you'll end up in the gallery. You'll see it, Louis. When you get there, you'll know.
Thank you very much, Your Eminence. On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Circe preparing wine. What Discourse on the Method by Descartes. This book changed the way I looked at the world. The Conversion of Ulysses by Gorce. Circe changing Ulysses' companions into swines. A swine in a salon. That's an odd choice of decor. Dining on ham. Well, that's very appetizing. The lock is surrounded by a triple circle. No space left. I'll retrieve it later. Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it. Circe. Amber crystals. Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it. A few pages out of an old encyclopedia. Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of. And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now? Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near, his brain is oozing by either ear. With his... A fragment of amber. The Company by Rembrandt. Amber. This is Circe. Carmelite water. The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples. Celia. That name means nothing to me. devil's thorn. I'll keep it. Got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A intern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
J'arrive. Je suis là. Allez, donc.
Origin of myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa.
For Pete's sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
First my room, now here. Stop following me, you're becoming a nuisance.
Wait a minute, you're not implying that I'm here to court you, are you?
Oh, Louis, I'm just stating the obvious. You wouldn't be the first, rest assured.
Yeah, this is embarrassing. The worst thing is that it seems to be working.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
I've discovered a hidden message from my mother. She explains how to find the secret room. Something must have attracted her here, so I've come to check it out. And you? What brings you here?
My, you're curious.
Let me guess.
Go on then, impress me.
You're looking for somebody. Your silence speaks volumes. I must have got it right. And you will go to great lengths to find them. So, this person means a lot to you.
Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, in your dreams. At your service, madam.
A golden fleece.
It's freezing. Hurry up.
Cold? You want a rug? It'll warm you up.
I wouldn't be caught dead in that horrible thing.
That's a pity. The gold color brings out your eyes.
And your flattery brings out your boorishness.
An unofficial gospel? You'd be more likely to find this kind of book at the Vatican.
Nothing special. The library at Buckingham has 3.
I bet you've read them cover to cover.
Naturally.
Really? I'm curious. Tell me, what part stood out the most to you?
The passage where Mary says to Joseph, "Hey, you, shut up."
In other words, you haven't even opened one. Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath.
The workmanship on this crown is amazing. The finesse of the gold laurel leaves is beautiful. A crown worthy of an emperor. I'd stake my life that it's the genuine article.
I can just see Mortimer dressed in a toga, wearing a laurel wreath, strutting around his manor all day long.
You have a curious idea of Mortimer.
Why? He's eccentric, like all the English are, isn't he?
Well, if Peru stands for French grace, then if I were you, I wouldn't be making that sort of remark.
Well, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself.
You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
This weapon is typically French, quite old, undoubtedly goes back to the Crusades. If it is a true Damask sword, it's worth more than a kingdom.
I think this is Excalibur.
Ah non,
King
c'est
Arthur's
des Jeanne
sword.
d'Arc, je crois.
I've always dreamt of drawing it from the stone.
How sweet. You're still clinging to your boyhood dreams. When you finished playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
Bah lui, il est occupé à s'amuser.
Amber.
Here's something interesting. A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention.
How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
Probably, but
No.
that doesn't mean they weren't stolen.
But Mortimer's signature, it looks genuine.
Maybe he erased the original ones and signed his name instead.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess, these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? Why keep such a collection hidden in a secret room? Any thoughts?
Mortimer has every reason in the world to conceal it, even if only to keep it from people like us.
Hey, Emily, we're not thieves. We're only looking. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something. What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. I can't trust a man who sneaks into my room in the middle of the night.
Are you really gonna use that against me every time we meet?
It's difficult to pretend nothing happened. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar. Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
When are you going to understand that I just want to help you?
What do you expect? That I'll fall into your arms and say yes to everything you want?
What are you talking about? I'm only asking you to trust me a little.
If only on principle, as a member of the Golden Order, for example.
I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese. But I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
Pragmatic, intelligent, sure of herself. Her only weak spot is her difficulty talking about herself.
I don't know much about your past, but I'm guessing you had to get by on your own for much of your life. It might have closed you off, and that can be a disadvantage. It might be time for you to open up and risk a little trust. Not every man you meet wants to hurt you.
Yes, you may be right. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time.
Yes, it's perfectly clear. You're already working with someone.
Ah, well spotted, Louis. I already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me. But I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is... your sister. She's your partner. She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed. How the devil did you guess I had a sister? Virtually no one even knows. When it comes to getting results, you are very good, I grant you that. You deserve to know why the sight of the cameo pendant affected me so strongly. I thought it belonged to Emma, my twin sister.
Oh. Now I get why you said you had a memory for two.
Yes. You can't imagine to what extent, though. As children, everyone got us mixed up. So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with two faces.
Clever. But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no existence in the outside world. We share everything. First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one. When we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead, and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir Home and bring back the details, so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago. The boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister. Instead, a sailor passed me a message from home, notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange. Maybe their disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility, but up to now I haven't found a trace of either of them.
None of this is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself. Or you will pay very dearly.
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
It's time to leave.
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit, it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
She's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please, don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do?
Je sais pas si je vais le faire aller là-bas. Allez.
Sorry, Emily, but I can't leave Elizabeth like this.
All right, Elizabeth. How can I help?
Thank you. Come on, follow me.
Well, Elizabeth, what was so urgent? For God's sakes, what happened in here?
I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Elizabeth, I don't know if it's about my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance. She tried to hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night while she was hiding?
Yes, Louis. I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you it was her.
Ah, zut.
Did you talk to each other?
No, she was far away. I didn't make any noise, and then she was gone.
Have you told anyone you've seen her? Sir Holm? Mortimer?
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her. Yes, I need something to calm me down.
No thanks, I'd better not.
Listen, if you want me to tell you everything, you have to drink with me, Louis. What I have to say to you is of the utmost importance.
I'll drink with you, but let's go easy on it, okay? I don't know where she gets her rot gut from, but frankly, it's disgusting.
You know, Louis, when I came here, it was in the hope of getting help. I've only just now realized that I've been drawn here into a trap.
Whoa. The alcohol's gone to my head.
Here, the condemned's last drink.
Elizabeth, alcohol never solves anything. I'm gonna stop now.
Listen up. You want to know what your mother was capable of, right? You want to know the reason why. Well, you're gonna have to follow me to the bottom of the abyss, Louis. Either drink or get out.
Man, I need to take it easy with the booze. At this rate, I won't last the night.
Let's go easy on the drinking, okay? Alcohol won't solve our problems.
Ugh. The second one isn't any easier.
So, do you want to know why she did all those things to me or not? Even if it changes the image you have of her forever?
What was she trying to cure you of then?
Of the one illness she never managed to treat me for.
No, Elizabeth. I won't follow you.
What's the matter? Little Louis's afraid to look at the true face of his mother? You know my rules. Drink up.
Come on, Elizabeth. We have to finish what we started.
I feel all dizzy.
There must have been a reason. Just tell me. Tell me what my mother treated you for.
She wanted to silence them.
What? What are you talking about? Silence what?
The voices. The voices in my head. They speak to me, Louis. They've always told me what to do. They say nasty things to me.
Elizabeth, are you saying that spirits talk to you?
You're right. Sometimes there are several voices. How did you know?
No, listen, I don't know anything. I'm just repeating what you said.
They want me. Want me just for themselves. They talk to me all the time. Yet your mother did everything to make them go away. Ever since I was little. And look at the result.
It's impossible, Mother. You spent your life trying to prove that the supernatural doesn't exist. Why punish this poor girl?
Oh, shit. What has she done to you?
Uh-oh, Louis. Are you starting to believe me?
No, but
Too bad it's all been for nothing. They're still there, you know.
What do you mean? They're still talking to you?
All the time. Despite everything Sarah put me through, I still hear them. And here I am on a lost island, knowing that no one knows me. And I find myself here at the exact same time as her. You see? You understand? You sense it too. I'm going to die here. I beg you, tell me you believe me.
Elizabeth, I understand your fears, but I'm convinced there has to be a rational explanation for all of this.
It would just hurt you too much to believe me, wouldn't it?
No, but...
So difficult to get up in the morning and realize that you're the son of a monster.
I'd rather not have met you.
I'd rather not have been born.
My God, Elizabeth, how is this possible?
Welcome to my world, Lil Louie. Welcome to my life.
Let's not rush into things. You have nothing to fear here. I'm with you. And anyway, my mother's gone missing. You're not in any danger.
That's not what the voices say.
Listen to me. Don't give up. You must resist. And tomorrow, you'll see. Things will be better.
You like my little concoction, don't you? That's rare.
What?
It no longer has any effect on me. But my guests generally don't appreciate me mixing alcohol with laudanum.
What? You put laudanum in my drink?
In both. Don't worry, my little Louie. We'll sink down to the bottom together.
Oh man, I feel like puking. I really feel like shit. I gotta get back.
Don't worry, Louie. I'm here now. I'll take good care of you.
What is this bitch gonna do to me?
Don't touch me!
Just if I get up, I'll fall.
Oh, little Louie's tired. Leave everything to me.
C'est chaud.
Just let go.
Mademoiselle, may I come in?
My head. I shouldn't have drunk so much. Oh shit.
Ouais, ça va être sa faute.
Elizabeth!
J'aurais pas dû boire, mais c'est pas grave. Allez, ben voilà, épisode terminé. Alors, mon trophée. Alors. D'accord. Bon ben voilà, je vous remercie d'avoir regardé le stream. Je vais arrêter un petit peu. Je vous dis à bientôt. Et merci d'avoir été là. Bye bye.